Welcome to Ballas Union. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with CP, the Wonder God, the Wonder Guard. He reinvented the guard position, the way he held on point guard, shooting guard for so long. You know, it'll be a miracle we ever see BTG again.
Oh wow.
Well, the Lakers are in the playoff.
I like the Plakers.
So.
I like the Plakers. They're playing in.
Yeah. The play-in Lakers. So we definitely we won't expect them to be here till either they win or they lose.
Right. And we got Smash. You know what I'm saying? Holding down the paint. And I tell you, nobody set screens better than Smash.
You didn't see me set all those screens?
He's like, we combined for 82 points.
Hey, man. Hey, you got to participate.
I see where we're going today.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, you got me at the wing. You know what I'm saying? I'm the
Geo.
Yeah, I just fill up the stat sheet like Tony Snell, 50, 50, 100. What I'm saying? But let's go ahead and start off with shout out to the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? They had their first opening week for their 25th season. That ain't no small feat. The opening night, Sabrina, who we all had it pegged for Rookie of the Year until she got injured. You know what I'm saying? Came up with a game-winning shot. And it was so amazing. The other team bench was like, ooh, that's the dagger. Before it fell.
They saw it go up. They was like, got this one. She just had a triple-double tonight, too.
Yeah, man, she was a triple-double in college. So I was, waiting to see her in the NBA. Mm-hmm. I mean, the WNBA. And she just got injured that first week. And then that was it for that season. But yeah, she's out there doing her thing. Also, the first overall pick, the girl from Texas, she got a double her first game. Mm-hmm. But I was more concerned about the Chicago Sky, and Candace Parker was putting up numbers. And you know what I'm saying?
As expected.
Yeah, and so the Chicago Sky look promising, man. Maybe we could go deep in the playoffs. Maybe we could upset Stewie. Maybe. One could dream.
I'm staying in Seattle on that one.
Yeah, like I said, it's a long shot. Maybe Stewie gets COVID protocol or something that week. I don't know.
Cold-blooded.
Yeah, say and then smash the land and dream with the, they do what they did.
They'll be all right.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm waiting. I ain't watching the WNBA until they lower the rims. That was shout out to Goldie.
I do need to get a new orange hoodie though. Those things I like those.
Yeah, those are nice. Also, shout out to talking about Stewie. She got her own signature shoe coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a start, man. It's small steps, man. But these small steps will lead to them getting the same amount of pay as in the NBA.
Is that the first shoe?
But
is that the first shoe for a WNBA star or no?
I want to say no, but it's definitely the first one in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't heard. Okay, no, that's big. I didn't even realize that. That's big.
Yep, that's big, and yeah, and she also won. We said earlier she also won the European MVP, and then she comes back. That's after winning the title because she just been playing all year long, and now she's back in the WNBA. Their season kicked off. So it's going to be interesting. And they also got some kind of tournament they're going to try to run, which will give it doesn't seem like a lot of money, but it'll give them some type of extra pay.
Okay.
The details, I haven't really looked at the details yet. It's kind of it is, and it doesn't seem the WNBA really knows what they're trying to do, but it's some kind of in-season tournament which will give them extra pay. So I'm all okay. They're trying new stuff without lowering the rim. You know what I'm saying?
I respect the attempts.
Yeah. So shout out for them for that. Let's go ahead and move along to the NBA with the play-in tournament. The Lakers play the Golden State tonight.
No, that's tomorrow.
No, that's tomorrow night. That's tomorrow night. It's the East tonight. So it's I really don't care about the East, to tell you the truth.
The Pacers beat up the Hornets. They won about 150 to 110.
Yeah,
Yeah, Celtics and Wizards playing now.
yeah. Celtics and Wizards, that could go either way because the Celtics been on haven't been playing up to par lately, and the Wizards are the hottest team going in.
But I will say this: these two games that have been played tonight in the East, man, they've been so disrespected. Like all the sports networks, ESPN and everybody, they just been talking about tomorrow night when the West play. I'm like, ain't there a game tonight? I had to check the schedule because I was like, I know somebody playing.
I forgot they were playing tonight. Until, I saw a little alert. I was like, oh, is that today?
See, they
I
just
thought
been
everything was
disrespected.
tomorrow. And I think I finally got it figured out too. So it's the loser of the 10-9 goes home. The winner of the 10-9 plays the loser of the 7-8.
Right.
The winner of the 7-8 plays
He gets the 7th seed.
gets the 7th seed.
Mm.
Loser of the other game gets the 8th seed.
Wow.
The winner of the other game gets the 8th seed.
Oh, the winner of the 8th seed.
Yeah. So basically, it's set up, Rich. It didn't make no sense, but they set it up where if you're the 7 and 8 seed, you get multiple chance to get in the playoffs. While if you're the 9 for 10 seed, you got to win multiple games to get in the playoffs.
Okay. That's I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? You know, if I was doing it, I would have put the 7th seed versus the 10th seed, and whoever wins get the 7th. You know, then I'll reseed it according to whoever wins. Let's say the 10th seed wins, and then so they'll automatically get the 8th seed, and then whoever wins the next round, in my opinion, will get the 7th seed.
That's complicated.
Yeah,
It's
Too
about
much
as
math.
complicated as it is, though.
Yeah, so it is what it is. I'm not gonna lie, I was on the same boat as ESPN and everyone else because I just want to see LeBron versus Curry. That's all I want to see.
So what y'all think gonna happen?
I'm predicting Curry's gonna have an amazing night. He's gonna shoot lights out, and they're gonna win the game. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And they're gonna be the 7th seed.
I would like for that to happen, and I think that if it does, I think we see he's not gonna fake an injury, but he's gonna do something to make it clear, like I ain't want it anyway. My leg, I'm out.
But here's the thing, though. He got another chance to play against whoever wins out of the 9th and 10. So they got another opportunity.
True, but you know they want to do this. But there's a sneaky suspicion that he's going to turn in one of them performances like he did during the 3-1 comeback where he was talking all that mess to Steph and looking backwards at him and telling him all that stuff. I got a feeling we're going to see one of those games where he's going to go for like 45. What was that against Boston where he had 45 and 15? He might have 44 and 13 and add 9 assists to it.
You talking about LeBron James?
Mm-hmm.
With the win or with the loss? With the win.
With the win.
Okay.
But I'm hoping for Steph and him to win.
Yeah. I'm just predicting Steph's gonna shoot lights out, put the team on his back, and then they're saying the Lakers still have a chance, and then the Lakers, if they get the 8th seed, they'll play against Utah, which that's a sweep for them, if you ask me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather see
if Golden State lose, are they out?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to see what this algorithm is you were talking about.
Yeah, so if you're the 7 or 8 seed, you have to lose twice to be out.
Okay.
And if you're the 9 for 10 seed, you have to win twice to get in.
Yeah, that's a good way. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah. So that's the best way to explain it. They're definitely trying to minimize the upset. So with that being said, I would love for the Lakers to not make the playoffs, and then we're gonna have a suicide watch for our buddy BTG.
Now you're gonna have a watch for a whole bunch of people. It's gonna be BTG. That's gonna be some hurtful people. And we're gonna get every excuse in the book, and this is wrong anyway, and we didn't like this, and 72 games wasn't right, and we're still celebrating our first chip in X amount of years and load management. It's gonna be all that stuff. So
yeah, And who invented the play-in tournament should be fired, and
whatever
all that came out already.
Yeah, whatever type of cognitive dissonance they need, they'll work it out.
That's fun.
Yep. We was not going to talk about baseball, but because these other guys, they rather talk about Madden than baseball. But
not Madden.
But I know we talked about this before. But these old unwritten rules in baseball just needs to be thrown out. You know what I'm saying? Because they're all they're doing is discouraging these kids from being great. So another incident where it was a White Sox player. I want to say he's a rookie or he's a young player, and it was a 3-0 count, and he hit the ball.
Oh, against the turtle.
Yeah.
He hit.
You know what I'm saying? And then now his manager, he's like, he's not supposed to do that. I'm going to get him on about that and all this other stuff. Hey, look here, man. If you're a pitcher and it's a 3-0 count, that's your fault. If you're a pitcher and you throw it right down the middle where, you know what I'm saying, a middle school kid could hit it, that's your fault. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't expect people like with these unwritten rules to take a strike for you to build your confidence up. You know what I'm saying? You got the offseason for that. You got spring training. You got the minor leagues. You got a whole lot of avenues for that.
It's the same thing that happened with Tatis, except it's just the integrity of the game to not run the score up. But it don't matter. Once you put in a relief, once you put in a non-skill position player to go play pitcher, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gets their stats padded, and you see which batters mess up trying to swing for the fences. How good the pitcher can actually get somebody out. When the Cubs and the Braves were playing, and Freddie Freeman and Rizzo were having the time of their lives, and talking to each other on mic and everything, nobody said anything.
Right.
Because old buddy recorded a strikeout on Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, Rizzo, I was surprised about that.
And everybody laughed. Freddie Freeman didn't care. I mean, so it's just one of those things where the integrity of the game only works for certain people. And it only, and we know what it's rooted in. And it's always an integrity issue when, we or quote unquote somebody, not out of the normal does something different. But they never get the reaction. So oftentimes the reaction is either throwing a ball at you, charging, disparaging you in the media, all those things. And we never, and that's the reaction to the situation. It's never the situation. So it's almost like we justify the reaction because we're upset at the situation. And it goes down to like even the little league level. I'll leave out names and faces, but like we had a kid on the Young Mets who some people had problems with, and then they ended up hurting their sportsmanship because they mad at what our kid was doing. And all our kid was doing was being a little bit too excited. Nothing crazy. But they were willing to lose their minds over it, to the point where, it's almost like they wanted to play a game under protest. So if you teach them that from that age, by the time you get to the big leagues, you run into situations where you got all the complaints in the world about them not, babying you, and nobody ever cares about how you're acting at the moment. So if you throw it at his head, or if you start this big war rivalry, it's all good because they disrespected some rule that said that they're not allowed to beat me up when I'm down. But when I'm having fun with my friends, it's all good.
Right. Like I said, again, these unwritten rules make no sense. They're written when slavery was legal. So
true. But since we're on baseball, I think that one, the Angels are crazy, but also Ohtani hit one of the best balls out of the park yesterday or the day before. And the headline was Ohtani hits league leading homer, Trout injured. If they don't get off of Mike Trout's stuff and let other people play baseball, I keep trying to tell y'all he's overrated. Now, true, he got about 500 million, so he did enough to get that. But like, he's just a really good stat pattern, and as long as you're on the Angels, that's gonna happen. And we always want to say that it's a team sport, but we sure treating him like the only baseball player on the field. Whether
Hmm.
it's against Mookie, whether it's against his own teammate Otani, whether it's against shoot anybody. WAR is a made up stat to help people like him look good. And he doesn't want any shine because otherwise he'd do commercials. In fact, like him being injured will really see what the Angels are made of. And chances are it's not much because they're the Angels. Meanwhile, Otani is leading the
Dang.
league in home runs and has a really low ERA. I think it's right at 2. And that's some legendary stuff. So if we
Right.
can't see past that, if we still talking about Trout, our priorities are wrong. And I already know they're wrong, but
Oh, they've been wrong.
baseball be baseball. And sorry for hijacking that.
No, they've been wrong because that brings me up to this guy is the most overrated player. He's more overrated than Trout is Bryce Harper. And I was so happy that the Nationals won without him because I kept telling people like he's the reason why they can't win because that he's just so overhyped. But let me don't get me started. That's a whole nother episode.
I'm gonna have to remember that one. Bryce Harper. Okay.
Yeah.
He strikes out a lot though, so his stats will show it quicker than Trout's will.
Yeah.
But,
So he doesn't play team ball. He always swings for the fences instead of doing what's necessary to get further the runner along to help your team win. He'd rather pad his stats than help the team win. But during his time, he was considered the best baseball player, and they want to put him in the talks of Bonds and Griffey, and he was never there.
he might be Paul George.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. And then over there in North Carolina, some disturbing news happened in the softball game. This young lady had to cut pieces of her hair because she had beads in, and apparently that was against the rules. But yet she played X amount of games, and it was just this particular team was upset because she was killing them.
Mm-hmm.
She was killing them, and they're like, "Oh, her beads, her hair,
That's
is
where all
hiding
the
her."
strength was.
Yeah, it was hiding her name or her number. Like okay, that was a far check. So she tucked her hair into her jersey. Then they were like, "Well, she got beads, and you're not supposed to have beads on. It's against the rule book." And then so the coach and
That's crazy.
the coach said like, "Well, we played like 5 games, and she had beads on for 5 games. Why is this an issue now? Why is this against the rule book now?" And then and then the young lady had to cut. She couldn't. Her stuff was so tight that she couldn't take off the beads. She literally had to cut pieces of her hairs off just to get the beads off. And like rules like that. Okay, cool. You want to enforce it? Enforce it the next game. If that's the rule and all, how are you going to start the game and then be like, you know what? Yeah, you can't do that no more. Like, no, you gotta set that in the off season or after the game or the next game or whatever the case may be. But this is like this is getting ridiculous at this point.
And see, the big problem is a lot of those teams, organized like women's teams, like softball and things like that, have little streamers that they tie in their hair,
Yeah,
like with the
that's what I was
team
gonna say.
color. So that's garbage. And yes, you can be mad at either the parents or the coaches or whoever who even brought it up to her or the umpire that needs to happen. You can be mad at the umpires and them or the league for enforcing it. But you as I don't want to play for you if you can't have my back. Like, even if I lose, I want you to be kicking and screaming. I want you to get tossed kicking and screaming. Shoot, I want you to take all of us off the field, or I want you to leave. And then as myself, I probably want to leave too. And I know that's a tough decision. And I know you can't make anybody do that because we had a situation a few years ago. Wasn't there a wrestler who had to cut his hair
Yeah.
right before the match? And like,
Yep.
I guess he tried to make it seem like it was all good, but like somebody somewhere got to go out swinging. No pun intended, but like somebody, and maybe it's just me. Like I'll take a L. I lose. I mean, if it's a championship match, I'm gonna think about it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all and be like, I'm so militant. I'm so XYZ yada yada yada. Like, all right, I'm gonna think about it. It's a championship match. I'm mad. I don't know if it's not the championship match or something with some type of high stakes. Maybe I can afford to take this loss. If it is one of those type of games, maybe I take a few minutes to think about it, or I argue my point or whatever. But like at some point, it's like, well, just so we have it on record, just say I don't want you on the field because your black ass is killing us. Just say that, and I'll be like, well, you're not wrong.
Hey, if I was the coach and you was honest, you'd be like, I could have this rule enforced, or basically, like if they'll be honest, like I don't want that person is killing us, so I'm gonna have this rule enforced. You know what? Like I'll bench my player at that point.
But I was confused about that story anyway because they said she had to cut her hair and all that stuff because she couldn't get the beads out or whatever. But I'm like, in any other sport that I've played, like if you got a ring or something on, normally they just tape it up. So why couldn't they just put some tape around the beads? I mean, it wasn't going to mess up her hair because it was on the beads.
But
because was her hair all beaded up or?
Yeah, she had beads on all her hair, but she also had her hair up. But again, they were just nitpicking. They're finding everything possible because she was killing them.
Oh yeah, I mean,
she probably could have put one of them little rags on that they wrap up the locks with. But even still, like I don't think that you should have to make any of those type of changes. That's a weak argument. Now, hopefully, and I haven't seen the picture or anything, so forgive me. But hopefully, that part where the beads weren't actually her hair, and so she was just cutting out her sew-ins or whatever.
Yeah, I haven't seen the picture either.
Now maybe that's what made it so willing because it was like it's about time anyway,
Right,
that's what it was. Okay.
No, it'll be the tip. So I only know because my girl does it. My daughter's hair, so they wrap the tip around that last bead to keep everything in place. Right. So that's what I'm assuming they had to cut, just the tip.
And that's what I was saying. Like she could just. I don't know.
Right.
Like,
I know what you're saying.
It's stupid to me because like if I'm a coach over there and I'm getting my butt whipped, first of all, I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna address my team later. Like we shouldn't let that one person kick our butt like that, But then too, if it's really a rule that you feel like that's something that you handle after the game. You let the coach know, and then you address the league later. And if you really that adamant about it, you'll follow up on it in the offseason when they have the meeting to come together to discuss if any rule changes need to be done. Then that's when or enforced. Then that's when you would handle it. But right there, it shows a lot. It shows that person how that person felt about her, and he or she was a bad coach because they getting their butt whipped and they trying to find anything to get out of that butt whipping.
I'll tell you what happened. They were like, "We see it. This is what we're gonna do. If the score gets to 6, all right, this is what we're gonna say." Because if it was 2-0, it was like, all right. Because I've definitely been in situations when we played against a kid who had an illegal bat, but we were up by like 6, and it was like, I mean, as long as he don't hit a home run right here, we straight. He struck out. I was like, we'll tell him after the game, like, hey, that was illegal. You might want to check that for next time. But it was like, no, we need to say something now. I said, man, we up. We in control of the game. It's not going to hurt nothing. Then everybody, man, if he hits a home run, I was like, he ain't going to hit the ball. He'll be all right. But it's funny. You can see people plotting on you just in case. And sometimes it comes true. Yeah. Sometimes they do kill you. And like, you really got to think about, like, am I about to be the person that's going to pull this trigger on something that don't even make sense?
And this was high school, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm like you, CP. I watch college softball, and they always got something in their hair: streamers, ribbons, bows,
and they be loud and doing every single organized chant and cheer.
And so, if that rule is there, they probably just need to be. That's one of them rules that was written a long time ago that nobody knew, and like CP said, they were plotting. And that's the only thing they could go with after watching the game tape. Like, oh, she got beads in her hair. We gonna be the one to enforce that one.
Right. Right.
I bet beads work on different types of hair, though. I'm sure those are okay. But these beads, because
Right.
I could swear Serena done got in trouble for having beads in her hair.
Yeah. But again, these rules were written when slavery was legal, and they're like, I guess they never thought we would be considered as equal. Well, shoot, they still don't think us as equal. So what I'm talking about.
That's why they trying to put these rules in place. We was getting too equal.
Yeah.
Right.
Slow down.
Right. Hey, again, we just need to start our own league. Stop playing in theirs.
Well, we had one.
Yep. Moving along, the NFL put out their schedule. Is there any games you guys looking forward to this year? Any games you guys might travel? Or any games that, okay, this is a game, if my team wins, I get to talk trash to whoever.
I only see 5 wins on our schedule.
Damn.
And I'm not even confident about those.
I'm giving y'all 7 if y'all bring in the lion at practice. But
Yeah. Hey, I'm looking forward for that.
Oh, I hate this dude. Oh, this dude is killing me, man.
I'm just saying, we meet up this year too, don't we, CP?
I believe so. Are we?
Yeah. We December 26th. Oh, right after
Christmas Day. Dang. I don't know if I'm be able to travel then.
Yeah, I know I ain't gonna travel on. I don't really. Only games I really look forward to are like the rivalry with the Saints, or the Aints as we call them. I look forward to those because that's just a game. No matter what your record is, it's just it goes out the window. You could be 12-0 and the Saints could be 0-12, but they might come in and win that day just because it's a rivalry, man. Those two teams really hate each other, so. So I look forward to that. But other than that, man, I want my team to win, and I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen with Julio Jones. So
okay,
yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that's gonna be real interesting. I understand it's the cap, but I think they'll find some type of restructure or something. They got to work something out, man. I mean, I like Calvin Ridley. I think he can hold it down, but Julio. Right now, teams don't want him because he's been hurt. He was hurt a lot last year, and he's been hurt over the past couple of years. And he's costing too much money, and he's older, so teams ain't really fielding the offers that we want. But I don't want to trade Julio. I mean, right. I would have been like trade Matt Ryan, but I ain't in the organization.
Calvin Ridley better hope they don't trade him either because he still draws doubles and leaves Ridley open.
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah.
Talk about Pitts.
That number 2 is love when the number 1, people guard him just for the name on his jersey. And then, like you said, Gio, with Pitts as well, shoot, they're going to eat. But as soon as you get Julio off the field, it's like, yeah, what were you saying?
Nah, that's true.
You.
right.
All them stats go right out the door.
Right. Hey, Smash, do you think most of those injuries by Julio were fake injuries? Because, that's my theory. Like, one, everybody in the NFL plays hurt. Everybody in the NFL is injured. It's a very violent sport. But I noticed throughout the years that good players on bad teams tend to be injured more. And as soon as they go on a good team or if the team is good, all those injuries go out the window. They're not injury prone anymore.
Nah, I think Julio was hurt. I mean, if you ever seen the balls that Matt Ryan threw to Julio, he got to do some gymnastic type stuff to try to catch those balls. So
this is true.
I think he was really hurt. I don't think he's that type of player. And I think this has been going on for a while, like the talks about trading Julio because either last year or the year before he had restructured his contract to get the big contract. You know what I'm saying? And so I think he was trying to put on and trying to play so that other teams would be interested in him. But now I think he was just injured, man, because the whole team was really injured. They were playing injured. But Julio, I don't think he's that type of player. But because Matt Ryan isn't accurate, and that's another thing that pisses me off. I got to give him a soapbox for 1 second. You got a player like Julio. You got a player like Calvin Ridley. And you've had Julio for all these years. And you telling me you don't know, y'all ain't connected enough to know when this man cut to let it go, or it should be. They should be able to run routes with their eyes closed and be, if they connected like a real quarterback wide receiver duo is. Man, Matt Ryan should just be able to throw it up and Julio hit Julio like that. But Julio always got to dive out. Always. That's why he make those miraculous passes, or he do a get your head knocked off, cutting across the middle real quick to get his to catch, get his yards and stuff. So that's why I don't like Matt Ryan, because to me he's not an accurate quarterback. And
right.
And all they keep doing is putting weapons around. It's like he the Terminator. I keep giving you every weapon to kill the machines, but yet you still don't know how to kill the damn machines. And now we on T22 when we could have ended this in T2 at least.
Hey, shout out to the Atlanta football team. Shout out to the front office. I want to say thank you once again for not drafting the hometown hero and Justin Fields. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Atlanta.
I think, but see, here's what happened though. I think with this is my little get out of jail card if the Falcons suck this year. We got Terry Fontenot as our GM. Mm-hmm. He was over there with the Saints. I think he might be doing some inside trickery. Yeah. I think he doing something. Yeah, I ain't sold on him yet. He got to show me what he can do first.
He got a bounty.
The Saints might be paying him extra to be
your GM.
Yeah.
He's a double.
Hey, sleeper cell.
So what you got to say about that, Go D?
Nothing. Because he ain't here.
He agrees.
Yeah. Well, you guys all know I'm a Chicago Cardinals fan. You guys saw the jersey.
The Cardinals of Emmitt Smith.
Yeah. What? No. You know what I'm saying? They had Night Train Lane. That was way back in the day.
Yeah.
Night Train Lane.
You guys saw the jersey. Trubisky. Now I got to get a new jersey because Trubisky don't play for neither one of those teams. Oh. But I might be, you know what I'm saying? So I go purchase Kyle Murray and I go purchase Justin Fields because, I'm not going to lie, Chicago Bears did have a great draft in my eyes. But, I don't know. I don't know. They're probably just trying to, they're trying to reel me in, sucker me in again and buying into their bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Because even though they had a good draft, they cut a lot of good players, you know what I'm saying, to keep the Nick Foles and the Andy Daltons of the world, which makes no sense to me. But
well, at least your coach isn't talking about biting off kneecaps and bringing pets to practice.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'd rather have him as a coach than the egotistical Matt Nagy. You know what I'm saying? Because that guy, he'll be like, we got to run the ball more than 7 times a game. And then he literally runs the ball no more than 7 times the next game. And then no more than 10 times the game after that. And wonder why he loses games. Or, Mr. I cannot win more than 8 games no matter what kind of level of football I'm in. But I do have a nice house.
It is a nice house.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather have the dude talking about lines and biting kneecaps than these con artists in the Cardinals and the Bears.
We shall see. We play them both.
Yeah.
You play the Bears too? And the Cardinals.
Yeah, Bears in the division. So we got home and home. And then, we play the West.
Because, y'all playing all the birds this year, I saw.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah. We're going to lose to all the birds. Look, Lamar. We're going to beat Lamar? Man, go ahead.
Who y'all quarterback?
Goff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Nope. Who's the receiver? Number one.
Me and you.
Yeah, they don't. Shoot, man, he ain't lying. They don't got a number one wide receiver anyway.
T.J. Hawkinson, the tight end.
Shoot, it's bad. It's bad.
Who did Kelvin Benjamin just try out for?
Giants.
The Giants. Okay.
I was about to say A&T. Probably.
No, I think the Giants moving him to tight end.
Nah, that's smart because he's huge.
He got that big?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's huge.
Dang.
And slow.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be a better tight end than Tebow. Maybe.
Oh man, please, for the love of God, if Tebow catch a touchdown pass, that's gonna win Player of the Year on ESPN. It's gonna be on ESPN for an entire month. Oh my goodness.
Tebow, Mike Trout, and Jerry Jones present ESPN. What if I told you that these three tied up 24 hours of news coverage and had a combined 0 wins?
Combined.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know that's going to be Trevor Lawrence's first TD in the NFL to Tebow.
No, I'm gonna see Tebow on the fake, and Tebow's throwing it to Lawrence for the first touchdown of Trevor Lawrence's career.
Hey,
something is gonna happen though. One of these scenarios is, and I'm not here for it.
Here's what happened: Tebow plays a year in Jacksonville as a tight end, has a decent season, and then next year he's head coach for somebody's team.
Probably the Jags after Urban Meyer.
After Urban.
Right. Oh, talking about Urban Meyer, this dude drafted a running. They drafted a running back first round, and then he's only gonna play wide receiver in these preseason games. What I like this dude. This ain't college, buddy. This ain't college.
I don't know. Nobody knows.
That made me mad too because I wanted ETN at the Falcons.
Yeah, I would have said him.
And now I'd keep him at running back just because he has that quick burst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna put him at wide receiver, and then Tebow's gonna throw him some passes. They're gonna get him killed.
I think Urban trying to treat ETN like what's that fast dude in Kansas City?
Every other black running back. Oh, you talking about Hill or
yeah? Is it Hill? I think it is Hill. Yeah,
Tyreek Hill. Yeah,
I think he looking at him like that because they about the same height. But Tyreek Hill just fast as hell, boy.
Tyreek Hill twice as fast as ETN.
That's what I'm saying. Like he fast as hell.
Explosive. ETN can go through the middle.
That's why I think I would use him at running back. Honestly, I think he's definitely running back. But hey,
yeah, man, he gonna help you on third down. He'll keep you on the field.
They ain't give me a check. If they would, then
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe Urban Meyer knows something that we don't.
You'll see.
No, he knows stuff that we don't because he cheats.
Yeah.
But when I see Urban Meyer on the camera, I'm like the Dave Chappelle skit. Hate.
Hate your gut.
Yep. Oh, we have a boxing topic, you know what I'm saying? Because Goldie likes boxing. He's our boxing expert. And he is not here. But, so we just go ahead and say it. Canelo beat Sanders. Canelo got another belt. I think he's going for his fourth belt. I guess he's collecting belts like Thanos now.
Might as well.
You know what I'm saying? And,
man, Canelo, I picked Canelo back in the day. I picked him to be the next big thing in boxing. Like I thought he was the only person I was scared when he fought Floyd because I thought he was really going to beat Floyd.
Right.
But I've always liked Canelo, man, but he's never kind of made it over that hump. You know what I mean? He hadn't turned into the superstar that I thought he was going to be.
Right. Yeah,
I mean, he's a great boxer, I think, but,
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm still trying to figure out how he's a redhead Mexican. I don't understand that one yet, but.
Maybe it's the dirt. Or no, that's the South. No, I don't know.
They got red clay down there in Mexico.
Well, there you go. That's what it is.
I watched the little stuff on him, and I'm like, yeah, I think your daddy was white and your mom raised you in Mexico. That's what it was. But
no, he got Spanish blood, and I don't know why people think Spanish or from Spain, they're European, they're white. You know what I'm saying?
I need to see a redhead one though.
They are redhead. You go to Spain, you gotta go to Spain though.
Yeah.
I ain't been there yet.
Yeah, it's one of those things. They're pretty they're real selective who they like over there. Let's just put it like that. I will say that racism is equal opportunity because they hate every race equally.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't be mad about that. It's good to know Spanish because you know what they're, you know what I'm saying? It's even better to know that you know Spanish and they don't know that you know Spanish. But once they find out, that look is priceless. You They'll say. Yep, we had our 2-minute warning right now. Smash, you hitting us with any false facts?
Well, yes, I do have one for us today.
Oh boy.
I think it was last week or recently, I'll just say, J. Cole, made his basketball debut. And, he came out with 3 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists in 17 minutes. And just a little fact that y'all should know is that that's the same thing that my player averages on 2K when I'm in the rec. So, J. Cole, I feel you, baby. You gonna be all right, baby. You gonna be all right.
I thought you gonna hit us with the Kwame Brown.
No, Kwame. I like Kwame. Yeah, he was going on. But when I saw J. Cole's stats, I immediately turned on the game. I was like, dude, my player got the same stats. J. Cole gonna be all right, man. I'm telling you, he's gonna be all right.
You'll say, I'm gonna hit you with a life hack. All right. Hit you with a life hack. It's gonna save you on gym memberships, and it's gonna save you on whatever activity you can have for your kids. So there's this I guess you call inflatable tubes, amusement park type place. It's a $30 for the month, and it's for you and your kid. And I'm telling you, man, chasing my kid around this inflated Ninja Warrior gladiator type place is a workout, man. I was out there dying. Died. You know what I'm saying? Out there dying.
Save you a membership, huh?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You be out there for an hour, man. I tell you, burn 2,000, 5,000 calories that 1 hour. Your kid's gonna come home knocked out. Yep.
You know 2 for 1. All right.
2 for 1 deal right there, man. You can't beat it. Life hack.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Dads matters. CP, got any thoughts?
Yeah, man. Just a quick. I was gonna spend it talking about Shohei Ohtani versus Mike Trout, but I already talked about it. But in positive news, the junior Mets finished tied for first place, second seed in the playoffs. Playoffs start on Thursday.
Okay.
Win 3 and we win it all. The only real competition is the first place team or the first ranked team. We split with them over the season, so it's probably going to go down to it. We'll see how it goes, but we're clicking on all cylinders at the right time. And more importantly, Jackson made the all-star team, so he'll be traveling all summer and playing in a bunch of tournaments. So we baseball all summer. So hopefully we can go into the travel season with a little chip.
Hey, you with that, you gonna be coaching any of those?
Nope.
Can you give us some film when y'all playing then?
I'll have time to film now.
Some live coverage or something so we can come in, you know?
Yeah. I would love to have before, but I be having a fuss at the kids now. Now I'm an ordinary fan like everybody else, so I can definitely get my record on.
Nice.
Up, though. That's what's up.
At least one Mets team's winning. I can't say nothing about the New York Mets.
Oh, they got hit in the face though. Oh, my man.
Oh yeah, I saw that. They won tonight though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Leaking too.
But nice. You know what I'm saying? Jackson doing big things. Hey, how's that new swing coming along?
Oh, it's looking very good, man. It's looking very good. We'll see though. Practice is practice. You still got to go out and execute in the game. Jackson has a tendency to practice hard as all get out, and then once the ump says play ball, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna try something new, and I'd be like,
so you say you're on the traveling team, huh?
He will be for the summer. We'll be hitting a bunch of tournaments. So
yeah, let me know.
There's a big one. If we win, then we get to go to California.
What part?
They ain't said yet because they're trying to ease it in because they're not gonna pay for it. So they don't want to say it too loud. They just want us to focus on winning first.
Gotcha. Any trips to Florida?
Or Georgia?
So Georgia, maybe.
If y'all come down to Warner Robins, let me know.
Oh, that's way that's down there by the base. But yeah, we'll see. They're being real secretive with the schedule, so I guess they want us to get done with the playoffs first, and then we can put all the good kids together. But yeah, tryouts were intense, man. There was a bunch of kids out there, but Jackson did his thing. So I was like, I was low key worried just because since I wasn't gonna be, part of the coaching staff, I was like, man, I hope we don't get caught in no, silly politics. They were like, oh, that's the guy who's barking all season. We don't want to deal with him and his kids. But now the talent is there. So when the talent's there, you just let that shine and everything else works out.
That's what's up.
Nice.
Oh, and now that I'm still talking, shout out to Chris Webber and Jalen Rose. Fab Five coming back.
Right.
Because he's a Hall of Famer.
You don't got enough time for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna touch it. I'm not even gonna touch it.
That's why I said it there.
Shout out Jalen Rose though.
Yeah.
Nah.
Hey, shout out to Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas. He don't want no smoke with Mr. Brown.
Hey, you got to know when to hold him and know when to fold him. Play to win.
We definitely got to talk about that one later, but yeah.
And on that, we're out.
Peace.